What's up, everyone? I'm back at it again, and today we're going to have a simple conversation on how to budget and be frugal. Now, this is four easy frugal living tips that is perfect for beginners.
Can you sit down and do your dadgum budget, maybe for the first time in your life? Put your income for the month at the top of the page and then give every dollar an assignment. I will promise you two things will happen. Number one thing will happen is that you will feel like you got a raise because you will go, where is all this freaking money going?
Now, I've done a lot of budgeting. I helped a lot of people create budgets to figure out what is best for them. And these are the four things I tell them to do. Now, backstory about me, so you know where I'm coming from. I didn't grow up in the wealthiest family, and I had made myself become a millionaire through investment in long-term real estate and owning my own business. So I've been around the block, and I've been doing this for about 15 years now, and I'm here to pass on this easy, frugal living tip that's perfect for everyone. Now, that being said, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube or social media that's trying to help people become millionaires or even save a little bit of money so they can buy Christmas present or whatever else you want to do with it. But the biggest thing I tell people is how to live within your means. And the very first thing I tell you is learn to budget. So this is a beginner-friendly budgeting tip.
Creating a budget is probably one of the most underrated things when it comes to finance. It's like insurance. It's not sexy. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it's vitally important. When you look at Fortune 500 companies, there's no Fortune 500 company that operates without a budget.
So that being said, if you really want to live thrifty life but unsure where to start or begin with, there's some hope for you. With dollar bills remaining uncomfortable in your wallet and bank account, this is how I'll tell you to do it. Now, the first thing I tell you to do is make tweaks to your monthly expense. Now, the foundation of frugal living is knowing where your money goes, track your spending. This helps you identify unnecessary spending in areas where you need to cut back. Now, I'm not telling you you have to do all these tips, but these tips, if you do all four of them, you do financially well. And I'm just trying to help you have money so you can invest. So what's the first thing I do when I say tweak your budget and monthly expenses? Well, if you didn't know, the average interest rate in America for a credit card is 20 to 30%. Now, this depends on your credit. And here's a video about credit.
I pay off my card every month. I've never spent a dime in interest. How many times have you said that or heard that, right?
Every time.
Every time. And it makes you feel like you're winning. But here's the thing. Even if you never spend a dime in interest and you pay it off every month, that still leaves you with $0. It does not mean you're moving ahead financially. It just means you're not getting behind. People who avoid credit card debt completely, they tend to just have more of their income at their disposal.
Cards and how much money people waste on it. Now that you understand about credit cards, now you have to comb your credit card bills for any reoccurring subscription or membership that are no longer serving you and cancel them. Yes, the very first thing you need to do is look through your credit card because maybe you're living above your means and did not know this. And the first thing you need to do is see where you can save some money. And maybe you're not using Hulu, Netflix as much as you think you are. Maybe you only use it once a month. So this is where you go through it and you comb through it. Maybe you have a gym membership you forgot about in California or another state. And this is where you have to do is comb through it, cancel it. And these reoccurring charges are small, but they will eat up your expenses over time. Here's another thing if you want to save some money. Maybe your mobile phone is too expensive and you need to switch to a cheaper plan like Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is cheaper. They did a few years ago a plan for a family for $100 for unlimited and it's $15 a line. Maybe you had to cut that $200, $300 phone bill down to $100 and that'll save you some money. So All these things will start saving you money. Another target I tell you to do is cable. Cable, and do you really watch all those channels? Could you cut some of those channels out and save yourself at least $50? And this is where you start living frugally, not so you can save a little bit of money. Maybe you can't do the overtime. Maybe you can't bring in extra money. And the only other thing you can do is make more money, spend less money, are the only two things you can do whenever you're trying to live within your means. So if you're living above your means and you make the extra 10,000, now you're living below your means, okay. But if you're living above your mean or you're struggling, those are the only two things you can do. Now, the second thing I tell people to do is put money in your saving. And there's a saying that says, a penny saved is a penny earned. Or another words of thinking of it is, if you put money from your paycheck into your saving, that money you won't be spending on things you don't need. Only add to your frugal lifestyle.
That will wipe out all of my high interest credit card debt. But I have no emergency fund. Which is best to tackle first?
You've got this credit card debt. You know that is a disaster, especially with interest rates being over 20% now. We got to get that under control. But you do have these spidey senses that are telling you, hey, I know I need some cash because I don't want a minor problem to turn into a catastrophic issue. So this is why
So put it in a high yield savings account so you can automatically withdraw from work to save you and make you a little extra money. There's high yield savings account that gives you 5%, 4%, 3% on your money. And those are good places to put this savings. I generally tell you, do not put it in the same account you use your checking, your day-to-day spending, because people have a habit of transferring money around. If you have an emergency fund, you put in a high yield savings, and you have to transfer it over to your checking accounts, most likely that delay will prevent you from spending that money. If you're out at a bar, you're out having fun, and you want to buy a purse, this will help save you some money. So you automatically save it. You put it into this nice little brokerage account, and it gives you 4% return, or you put in a high yield savings account and it gives you 4 or 5% return. Hey, it's an emergency fund, and you put away your money in there, and that will save you from spending it, especially when you don't have it in the same bank. The third thing I tell you to do if you want to live frugal and save money is spend smarter. And here's the thing: when I say spend smarter, it doesn't say go cheap and buy things. When you go buy things, you buy it with a purpose. When you go to the store, make a list. Write down what you need ahead of time and map out your budget to start on each week so that you can plan on budgeting properly. A lot of people go to the store and don't have a shopping list. They don't have anything. They just spend whatever they feel like or what they think they'll need that week. And that's not how you go shopping. That's how you overspend on your grocery bills. And one of your biggest expense is grocery bills. And I'm not telling you to go cheap, go to the dollar store to buy things. I'm saying go buy things on your list and that is quality. Now, I always recommend people to buy quality items, used items, if you're on a budget. There's no harm of buying things secondhand, couponing and things like that. It saves you money in the long run. This is where people think, oh, couponing is a headache. Oh, buying used is bad for you. You can buy some good used items if you do your due diligence and make sure you spend smarter. That's the whole concept. You don't need a brand new car for $50,000 whenever you can get a 3-year-old model that's $20,000 and save yourself some money there. There's all types of ways. This is where you have to work smarter, not harder with your money. And the last thing I see people have trouble with is You need to cut your food expenses or cut down on your grocery bills. Make sure you available to join these loyalty programs that you can earn points and money at the grocery store. Like Walgreens, CVS have the reward program. Well, HEB, Alberts, all these grocery stores have these programs. If you join them, you save money, and it doesn't cost you nothing. You join them and you can save yourself a few $100 a month. I know this for sure because my wife does it every month. And I went there and buy the same thing. It cost another $100. So sign up for these programs to cut your bills. Use coupons. Go buy things on bulk. These are the things you can do to save money as yourself and be frugal. That's all I got for you. Those are my 4 easy frugal living tips for anyone who wants to start budgeting, and it's perfect for beginners. Now like and subscribe to my video, and that's all I got for you.